Good afternoon, Thai Squad, new followers and friends. It is Tuesday, April 27th. Thank y'all for joining me on today. We have a lot to get to. Listen, the docket is really full. So, hey, everybody. Hi, Sharon, Letitia. Hey, everybody. Listen, the docket is really full. So, we may have to do something after the show, maybe in an hour, to just, fill in the ends. Um, Hey everybody, it's good to see everybody. Hi. Listen, we can't be long. We all know each other. We all love each other. We can't be here all day just saying hello and hi. So I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Okay. So listen, a little small disclaimer. Although my followers tell me Tyesse girl killed the disclaimers, these girls are not that deep. But there may be some colorful language. I don't usually use a lot of colorful language in my day shows, but today there may be a little colorful language, okay? So just to prepare you. But I already know y'all, these girls ain't that deep. These are the same girls that will cuss you out in the church parking lot over a parking spot, okay? Um, but thank y'all for tuning in this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you're at, okay? Um, there's an announcement from the state of California regarding the Real ID and the Real ID implementation, and that is going to be pushed back until May 2023. Again, the Real ID, they said everybody's going to have a Real ID to travel. That has been pushed back until May 2023. So govern yourselves accordingly. You can relax and breathe a little, okay? Also, we are still waiting for information and developments in the Brown case out of North Carolina. They are still dragging this along. The family is still searching for answers. So y'all, let's just continue to watch Elizabeth City, North Carolina, because this is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. The attorneys are fighting fighting for answers. So let's please be mindful and keep our eyes on Elizabeth City, New Jersey. Um, okay, so let me just say this about the CDC. Let me say this about the CDC. The CDC has, okay, the CDC has changed these guidelines and implementations of how to wear a mask, when to wear a mask. And what happens is, y'all, what happens is people start to get confused. And then the conspiracy theorists, they begin to go into overdrive. And you have to, sometimes when you listen to some of the stuff that's coming out of the CDC, you do have to ask some questions like, okay, let's talk about this. You're saying that we no longer have to wear masks. Is this because in certain settings? Is this because there has been a stagnation in vaccinations right now? So people are not really getting these second vaccines, and the vaccinations are not really full throttle the way they should be. So are you guys using this as an incentive? You can take off your mask. Okay, I need to go get vaccinated so I can take off my mask. So you can go to the CDC website and look at all of the new masks. It's really long and complicated, but it's not. You can go to the CDC website and look at all of their new rules and guidelines. But they're saying you can take off your mask in certain settings and certain situations. It's like, girl, it's really all over the place. But I can see how people can get confused. And then we have public health nightmares like Tucker Carlson out here from Fox News, basically, you know, just scaring people to death, people that watch his show. And, saying things like, if you see a child wear a mask, call the child abuse hotline. And it's crazy. So I can see how people are getting confused with all of this information that's just thrown at you, out of the blue. The CDC, the White House, the previous administration, everybody just really, really, really has done a really piss poor job on getting the information out concisely and did I say concisely? Okay. Slow down, Jais. concisely so that people understand what they can do and when they can do it. But you have to wonder, like, is this an announcement to get vaccine rollouts a little bit, pumped up a little bit right now because they have been, kind of flat here lately? We don't know, but we'll figure it out. Okay, listen. I'm gonna say listen. I'm gonna try to say listen one per story. Okay, I'm gonna try to say one listen per story. Listen. The lead story today is Blueface, a rapper by the name of Blueface. I know Blueface. There are a lot of these rappers. I'm gonna still wear my mask too, y'all. Yeah. There are a lot of these rappers, little Dookie Stain, little Pine Sol, and all these people. I don't know these girls, but I do know Blueface because because he put his mother out, he put his family out the house, and there was a dick pic leak of him, a big dick pic leak. So of course I was looking at that for journalistic purposes. So I know Blueface. But the deal is, you guys, is that Blueface is under fire right now. Rapper Blueface is under fire right now because he has an online OnlyFans reality show, I guess. And he has all of these women, right? He has all of these women, and these women live in a house with him. And he was online, and people saw all of these bunk beds. They saw all of these bunk beds and all of these women, and people automatically started thinking about R. Kelly. And listen, y'all, people are asking questions. And listen, look, Blueface is doing his OnlyFans reality show. He has a right to do it. He's come out and said, like, what the hell is a cult? Like, why would y'all throw this on me like this? At the end of the day, Blueface, well, what we experience with R. Kelly, when we see women and we see sex trafficking, cult-like imagery, it kind of makes people, radars go up. So I'm not going to subscribe to his OnlyFans unless, because he says there's no sex between the people on the show, the reality show. But I'm not going to be subscribing to Blueface's OnlyFans to find out. Okay, here's the deal. Moving forward, y'all, we always have to be mindful when we see something and say something when it comes to sex trafficking, our young women, even our young boys. So just be mindful. But Blueface, baby, they're on you, honey. Surviving R. Kelly has got this world in a different, outlook, Okay. Oh, okay. DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club. But here's the thing, y'all. Here's the deal. I'm not the type of person, DJ Envy, I'm not the type of person who's into censorship. People should be able to say what they want to say because I say what I want to say here at the Tyesse Report. But I believe that when you have an audience the way the Breakfast Club does, sometimes you have to understand the climate in which we're in. It will be reckless for me to come on here and say reckless things about, what's going on in our community right now with police. That doesn't mean that I don't have the right to say it. And this is my show, my platform. I should be able to say what I want to say. But as a member of the Black community, as an African-American gay male, I should know better than to not be able to take the temperature of the community in which I reside in. And just because you have a bully pulpit or a soapbox doesn't mean that you should just say whatever you want to say. So when Dr. Umar Johnson was on the Breakfast Club, the conversation of Ma'Khia Bryant came up. And DJ Envy always brings up the fact that his father was a cop. Okay, girl, we know your father was a cop. Wonderful. But a man that has daughters, a man of color like DJ Envy, with an audience that he has on the Breakfast Club, even if you thought some things, Right now would not be the best time to say it to an audience that big, you know? And listen, I can anticipate the inboxes. This is not about censorship. This is about the responsibility in which you have a mantle or you have a platform to be mindful of the stuff you're putting out on the airwaves. If you feel that the shooting was justified, just keep that to yourself, DJ Envy. We know your father was a cop. We get it. But it does more damage when our own people are out here justifying state-sanctioned violence against Black bodies. Listen, I'm not going to beat this horse to death, y'all, but it's just, it bothers me. And I'm not going to argue with nobody, no longer on my platform, who Harriet Tubman would have shot. I refuse to do it. You have your points of view, girl. Take them to your page. I don't want to hear it. Caitlyn Jenner, family is embarrassed. The family is embarrassed about her run. Listen, y'all, I'm not going to labor long with this. Kwame, if there's some comments, what about Flavor of Love and Real and Chance? Let me go back a little bit. I think what happened, Dana Dane, I think what happened was when you're filming, or if you even if you're not on, if you're giving us a preview, I think you need to work on what the imagery looks like to us. Like, if you see all of these bunk beds and all of these women on bunk beds, people start thinking about Heaven's Gate and the Jim Jones massacre. Maybe y'all all go sit out by the pool and talk. But all of them bunk beds, it's a little scary looking. That's all. I think people were talking about the imagery of it. Now, Blueface, I'm going to get back to Caitlyn Jenner. Blueface was saying that, America's Next Top Model had bunk beds. Okay, wonderful. But listen, Blueface, you're on OnlyFans. That's a platform used for sex and plowing people. All I'm saying, look, I'm not dissing Blueface. All I'm saying is, honey, look, it looks like, Hot Lows 33 getting ready to jump off. And you say it's not about sex or sex trafficking or violence against women. You say all of the women are respected, their platforms are. Listen, we will pin this for Thursday night, y'all. I can't stay here all day with Blueface and the Hot Load saga in the bunk beds. I can't. Okay. We will be back on Thursday night after dark, and we'll pin Blueface for that time, if it's okay. Caitlyn Jenner, girl, listen, your family, they say that, girl, look, they need you to go somewhere and sit down. We're not going to talk all day about Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn, wonderful girl, you're running. Keep running. Okay. So there's a Star Docket item right now that I would really like to take a few moments and talk about, you guys. And that is, and I'm going to tie this into my word for the day later. Okay. So there was a Black woman who went to Tijuana. She went to Tijuana and for cosmetic surgery. She kind of lied to her family, and she said that she was going to Florida, and she was not going to Florida. She was going to Tijuana. A lot of people do that because Tijuana has a negative connotation with botched surgeries and deaths. So you're not going to tell your family you're going to Tijuana or Guadalajara. You'll tell them you're going to Florida or New Jersey to get some work done. All of my trans sisters, I have been with them throughout this ride. This little story right here is very familiar with me, so I have been with all of my trans sisters, legitimate surgeries and backdoor surgeries. Okay. Listen, her name is Kiwana Weaver. She's 38 years old. She's from Long Beach. She's a mother of 2, and she died. She died on the table. The cause of death was a form of oxygen deprivation to the brain. So she was trying to get something done, something cosmetic done in Tijuana. Let me give you the doctor's name. So if y'all hear somebody say they're going to this doctor, tell them, honey, to get a refund on their bus ticket or plane ticket. Dr. Jesus Manuel Lopez. That's what the San Diego Union Tribune is reporting his name as, the doctor. We have two other women that are hospitalized right now. Miss Weaver lost her life. Miss Weaver lost her life, but we have two other women who are hospitalized. Now, Miss Weaver died on the table, and the family is trying to get answers. What exactly happened? What went wrong? Preliminary, findings say that she died from brain oxygen deprivation. I'll tie this into the word for the day, y'all. But listen, Dr. Lopez and the Art Silhouette Surgery Center will be a no-go, y'all, if you hear somebody talk about it. Back in the day when my girlfriends and my sisters went, there was Dr. Molina and Dr. Espargas, and they made you look like Beyonce. You came home and you looked like a Barbie doll. Listen, those doctors, I don't know whether they're in jail or they probably dead. I don't know where they went, but those days are gone. You have a lot of botched surgeries now. So, it's girls with Dr. Molina and Dr. Espargas surgeries that are still running around here right now looking like a bombshell. The work is still holding up 10 and 20 years later. But we don't know where those doctors are at now. They probably made so much money, they went off to the French Riviera. But we're praying for the bereaved family. And we hope that, this is a cautionary tale for a lot of people, If it's half off, if it's too cheap, it's probably going to be too risky, Okay. Our idiot of the day is a young man out of Union City, Georgia. A young man out of Union City, Georgia, who set a woman's bedroom on fire because she refused his sexual advances. He set her bedroom on fire, and then he saw her about 2 weeks later and set her car on fire at a hotel parking lot. So he was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and he deserves every 20-year day that he's in there, okay? Every day that he's in there, he deserves it. So his name is Jarrell J. Wilson. He's 29. Listen, it's something about black male fragility, and let's not just put it on black men. Just say male fragility. If somebody don't want you, they don't want you. Go on to the next person. Find somebody else. You can give me a few comments, Kwame. Listen. Hey, Sheen. Hey, Tim Hall. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Hey, Jackie Mason. Rosie Roseburg Carter. He set her bedroom on fire. Then she was living in a motel because you set her. She was living in a hotel because you set her damn bedroom on fire. And then you set her car on fire. Up there at the jail, y'all keep him away from matches. He was found guilty on all counts. I read that and I'm like, 20 years. Yeah, I just didn't understand 20 years for the terror that he's instilled in this woman. She probably won't be able to date for a long time. Hey, Teresa Holt. Carrie Ann Anaba, she's had some health issues. I believe she was COVID positive. But Carrie Ann Anaba, hey, everybody, is going to be taking a leave of absence because of medical issues from the talk. Listen, I'm not beginning to think, this show is cursed, y'all. CBS, just take the show out of its misery. We had Sharon Gate. We had all of these things that have happened. I just don't understand why CBS, it's not like it's the #1 show in daytime like The View. What are the numbers over there at the talk? Well, y'all just don't want to let this show die. I don't think Carrie Ann Anaba is coming back, y'all. I don't. I think when mama hits it, she's out of there. Let's do our person of the day, y'all. Our person of the day. And well, we can do people of the day because there's two people. It's two people. It's Young Thug, rapper Young Thug, and rapper Gunna. They went down to the Fulton County Jail because, listen, there is some overcrowding in the Fulton County Jail that's unbelievable. You would think that in the age of Corona, there would be some protocols in place to release and relieve some of these inmates out of the Fulton County Jail, where there's not. Remember, that is Georgia. So Young Thug and Gunna went down to the jail and bailed out 30 people. Minor charges, but just couldn't make bail. 30 people were in jail just languishing away because they couldn't come up with maybe $500, $600, or $1,000, and they were just in jail, just sitting. And Young Thug and Gunna went down there and got them out and relieved some of that overcrowding down there at the Fulton County Jail. And you would think a lot of rappers or a lot of celebrities will be trying to help these people out, but we give our persons or people of the day to Young Thug and Gunna because that was a monumental act of social justice for these 30 people that may be able to go back to work or may be able to, go back and take care of their children, not lose their children. Jail can be so life altering, So shout out to Young Thug and hey, nephew Premier and Gunna for helping those inmates. Okay, listen. Did we get everything? Mother's getting, let me see, we got everything. We got everything. So listen, it's time for the word for the day, y'all. Let's do the word for the day. It's time for the word for the day. I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do for the word for the day today? I swear I was. And when I read the story of the young woman that lost her life in Tijuana, it came to me like Tyesse, because you see it all the time, East. Okay, somebody just sent me a message. I guess everybody doesn't know that we're live at 12:15 every day. Somebody just sent me something. Okay. Anyways, so the young woman that lost her life on the table down in Tijuana is the genesis of my word for the day today, y'all. Here we go. You have to love the skin you're in. This is a slippery slope because a lot of times people say, if there's something wrong, you should be able to fix it. Listen, if there's something wrong, you should be able to fix it. Listen, I have a double chin, and it's gotten worse because of Corona. All you see down here is rib eyes and rib roast, and y'all see the double chin. It's gotten worse because of Corona. I can lose it, but listen, I can go in and get it chopped off and sucked out. But there's oxtails and short ribs and all kinds of stuff. If there's something wrong, you do have a right to fix it cosmetically. But the word for the day is this, y'all. Until you figure out what's going on in the inside, no matter what's going on the outside, it's not going to help it. I see this guy, he's a friend. He follows me. He changes his name every 2 months. He done went in for plastic surgery. I don't want to give out too much because he'll know I'm talking about him. Okay, well, he changes his name, his Facebook names, and Instagram names every 2 weeks. And a lot of people don't understand. You can give me a few comments, Kwame. A lot of people don't understand what it means to do the work and work on yourself. You can give me a few comments, Kwame. And work on yourself, because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, no one else is going to be happy. No one else is going to be happy around you, because you are a reflection of your environment. You have to work on yourself. You have to. You have to be happy with everything that's going on. You have to be happy with your stretch marks because sometimes they're not going away. You got to be happy with an extra roll or two from Corona. You can lose it. But baby, you got to do some internal work and then everything else comes together. Now listen, you got people out here like Lizzo. And I think, listen, I think Lizzo is very problematic. I really do. I really, really do. I know people think it's about women's empowerment and anti-body shaming, but it's a lot of things going on with Lizzo that doesn't help, when you're all over the place with your messaging. Girl, go get yourself together really good internally and work on what you need to do so that you can have a concise message for everybody that's following you. Because your message is oftentimes convoluted. It's all over the place. And it sends really crazy messages to people. How much time do I have? Okay, I gotta hurry up. But let me say this, y'all. The word for the day is, honey, work on the inside. And you don't have to worry about the outside because you just glow from the inward out. Let me say this. I was on the Dante show last night, on the comment section. I was on the Dante show, and we were talking about a fish cook-off, and I mentioned tilapia. And okay, I gotta hurry up. Okay, so I mentioned tilapia, and some of the Dante Nation, they got cute. They were getting cute about me mentioning tilapia, and they were trying to clap back and all. Okay, wonderful. I know I was gonna clap back too, but I said, you know what? If this was a Tyesse Report, the Tyesse Report would have got gangster and would have did the same thing the Dante Nation did. So I bit my tongue. I said, I'm not gonna clap back. They talking about tilapia, and they were making it seem like tilapia is a cheap fish. They were saying tilapia was fake, and I didn't understand nothing what they were saying about tilapia because tilapia is a freshwater fish from Africa. So I don't know whether I know in the hood and urban areas there is a lot of misinformation about food. So, and I'm not assuming that everybody was saying that are from the hood, but listen, tilapia is not a fake fish. It comes from Africa, the motherland. I know a lot of people don't know a lot about Africa, but yeah, tilapia is not a fake fish that they make in a lab. To make a fish like that for millions of people with, okay. Maybe they meant farm raised versus caught. Maybe that's what they thought. Like farm raised means it's bad. I don't know. But there's farm raised salmon and there's caught wild salmon. So, okay. Let me hurry up, get out here before Kwame come over here and slap the hell out of me. But listen, they were making tilapia sound very cheap and like it's just the worst fish in the world. Everything has a high end and a low end. You have ribeyes and you have chuck. You have breasts and you have drumsticks. You have center core pork chops and you have the butt. So I don't know what they were talking about, but listen, it's neither here nor there. Whenever Dante's ready for the fish fry, we can have the fish fry off. Okay. Roll the commercial. Roll the commercial. Bye, y'all. I'm out of here. Puppy, roll the commercial. I got to go. I'll see y'all a little later on my page.
What's up, Ty Squad? Thank you guys for watching today's episode of the Tyesse Report. This episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a Black-owned business focused on providing a safe space for creators and entrepreneurs. We have helped companies, businesses, and brands navigate the biggest communication shift in over 500 years, social media and the internet. If you or someone you know would like to have your brand or business go to the next level, please visit www.pyromedianetwork.com. Please don't forget to follow Tyesse on IG at _Tyesse_report and like on Facebook at facebook.com/the official Tyesse Report. And if you're enjoying the Tyesse Report, please consider watching Tyesse After Dark, airing every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Tyesse Report, Tyesse After Dark, and the Tyesse Jackson brand wouldn't be here without your support. To continue to show your support, please feel free to donate via Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal. The information is below. Alright, Ty Squad, see you on the next.